All right, we got a new project in the shop today. Got what is a USRA B mod. Friend of ours, Pete, is getting back into racing after
15 years.
15 years. Been out 15 years, getting back in it, and a good class, I think, to get started in. A lot of big races, a lot of things going on with these cars right now, the USRA B mod. So we're gonna give it a once over, kind of go over some setup stuff with him and just try to make sure he can start off on the right foot. We're gonna go ahead and get air pressure checked, get our tire stagger checked, and then get our ride heights to kind of get our starting point. From there, we will square the rear end, get it on scales, make sure we have everything, squared up in that sense, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I've been wanting to build me a new shop. Well, it's one of them deals where I need to do it. Make it easy. We can take the doors and windows off.
One of the things that you definitely want to make sure of when you're going to scale a car and set it up across the board is to emulate the driver's weight in the seat the best you can. Definitely something that some people tend to forget, it seems, and something that should certainly be done.
I don't know how they expect you.
All right, we just went through the entire rear end, squared the rear end. Didn't get into much of showing kind of what we were doing exactly. I kind of got going there and didn't really get the camera out a whole bunch when I started thinking, but went through and squared the rear end. We did, check the J-bar location, the trail on the rear end and everything. Got the rear end set up, and now we're gonna move to the front end. I'll try to show a little bit more of that. Here we're gonna start by making sure that we got the toe close. Got the toe plates from Joe's Racing Products. Definitely have a quality product here from Joe's. Essentially got a plate on either side, get it centered on the wheel and the hub. You'll run the tape measure through to your partner on the other side, and then he's gonna hook it in the notch on the plate over there, and I have mine set up here, and we split the difference from the front to the back. Starting with camber here on the left front, we just throw an angle finder on the inside of the rotor there and get our angle that way. We're going to put a little more here, positive camber in the left front for this car, and so we got to pull some bolts here, make an adjustment outward, and get her set. Cheese.
Cheese.
Yes. We need that. And that. Hey, most of the fun, I think, in racing is tweaking on it, learning, tuning and making improvements.
Right.
Because it's hard to win.
In general.
Yeah, just in general. It takes a lot of luck, takes a lot of time and money for sure. But as far as being able to get out there and make improvements, adjust and have it work, that's a positive in racing. Now she's starting to look like I like it. We're gonna bust this bad boy back out. On our late model stuff, we haven't used one of these in a good while, 5 or 10 years. I don't know, 5 or 10 years, it's been a while, but got the turntables out. We're gonna try this out again and run the caster on both sides for this B mod here. In order to use this bubble gauge here, caster camber gauge, obviously you can see the camber here just by button it up to the hub there with the magnet, but in order to get the caster, we're going to go 20 degrees one direction and then 20 degrees back from center the other direction, which should give us our reading for caster. That's good there. Caster +4.
Oh, okay. I can't see the
If
plus
it's
sign.
negative, we got a heck of a problem. We're gonna have to go one different direction. Okay. And really, you know, everything is just a point of reference. You know, like obviously there's, you know, when we say geometry that goes into how it works, but for me it's more so like, all right, we had it at +4, let's move it to +2 and see what happens. You know? Trial and error.
Like you said, it's just a starting point. You got to drive it and get it to drive like you want it, like it feels good to you. So there's certain things that you have to spend money on.
Oh yeah. Whoop, ain't supposed to do that. No, she may never work right again. Let's go ahead and drop it back down. I'm ready. Take her to the right. All right, got the bubble gauge here. We're going to get it leveled up on our end bubble here. If I can get that on the camera there. And then we zero out to start. And so at this point, we're gonna go working off the right front here. We're gonna go 20-degree turn to the right. That's good there. And then we level back out here on the end. Zero out again. And then we're going to go back 40 degrees total for another 20-degree turn to the left. Keep her going. That's good there. And so we bring our measurement back, level off the end here. Gives us +4 degrees of caster, which is what we're shooting for on this car. This is Pete. I'm going to be driving the number 66 out here at Caney Valley Speedway, maybe spreading out a little bit more, but it should be going here in a few weeks to a month. Got to square away a few more things and he'll be out there ripping it up at Caney Valley Speedway. So stop by, say hi, be happy to see you. Get out there and root on for Pete. He's going to be making some noise here after 15 years off, so he'd be happy to go. Got Pete out of here. He's, like I said, he's been out 15 years or so, you know, getting back in. And you know, like I said in a previous video, when it's what you want to do, you make it happen. If you have the want to do something, you can make it happen. So Pete's out here, got a nice modified, you know, put a new car together, and got a lot of good parts on it, and he's going to be out there and see if he can't get started on the right foot and get out there and make some improvements and start competing up front with these guys. The B-Mod class out here at Caney Valley Speedway is pretty good. The USRA B-Mods are, you know, like I said, a class to get into, I think. If you're just getting started racing, want something kind of, you know, a purpose-built chassis and you know, a real kind of easier car to work on, I say in some instances. You know, they're definitely a good class to get into. Obviously, if you have a little experience, I would say. But again, like I said, the cars, they got a lot of big money races for them in our area, and then you can race them just about anywhere every weekend. So that's what I like about them. But besides that, I'm gonna get in here. We're gonna start some work on the late model. We've been working on it a little bit here the past week or so. Oh well, shit, we're +1 now, so. Yeah.
Hi.
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 You're dirty. You been playing?
In the sand.
In the sand?
Yeah.
Beautiful wife. Beautiful wife. What is going Meow. 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 Crazies. Yeah. Hey. Hey, I'm bonking the head with it. Bonk. Bonk. Anyway, we got the late model over here. We've, like I said, we've done a couple things. Careful, careful, careful. We've done, Maddox, put that down.
Daddy, I need a helmet.
No, you don't. You're gonna do it too?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Put that door down.
You gonna put the door down? All right, let's do it. I'll pull it down a little bit, and then you can pull it down the rest of the way. All right, pull it down. Push, push, out, push. Good job.
Good boy.
All right, back out to the truck, come on. Hey, guess what? I love you.
I love you.
What?
I love you.
What?
I love you.